Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet here on Game Nights. I'm your host and your Dungeon Master, Savvy, and we are here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm very excited about it. I've been looking forward to this, since the last time we did. Sorry, Rob's captions are still picking up, like, just a little bit. And so there was something in there about feeding Jimmy.
I fed Jimmy. You were talking about feeding animals, and I forgot to feed the fish.
Oh, damn. Well, that's good. Jimmy gets dinner. That's important. That's very important, actually. But yeah, we're here, and we're queer, and we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons. I've got a couple of channel announcements, because I don't know if everybody has heard yet, because we haven't tweeted about it, because it was last fucking minute, and I have a full-time job now, so I'm tired, and sometimes I forget about Twitter. But our channel schedule, for the most part, this week should be normal. Tomorrow, they're doing something. I never know what these folks are going to do anymore. We have had some cast missing on Tuesdays and stuff, so I think last time they played Gardic Phone. Escape Velocity is still kind of coming in and out, but they'll be doing something tomorrow. I'm almost positive. So, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with the Tuesday crew. Whether it's video games or whether it's TTRPG, they'll be there and they'll be great. So you should go hang out with them. Thursdays, Elegant Creatures, where we play Monster of the Week with Little Good Society mixed in. And then Friday, we're premiering a new show. Because we lost our minds. Neon Gods is going on a little bit of a hiatus, and in its place right now, myself and Sita and Sid and Val at the helm and Wally are gonna be playing the Dragon Age RPG. A moment I've been waiting for probably my entire life. Very excited. A couple of us know a lot about Dragon Age, and a couple of us know basically nothing about Dragon Age, and Val is somewhere in the middle, and we're going to have an amazing, amazing time playing.
I know I want to ride the Iron Bull. That's about all I know.
Everybody wants to ride the Iron Bull.
Yeah, that's all I got. Sorry.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a little, what are we calling it? Red Jenny, a Dragon Age story.
Yes.
It's going to take place during the Exalted Age and is going to function as sort of a precursor, a little prequel, our own little made-up, non-canonical prequel to the Friends of Red Jenny. And I'm freaking so pumped I could cry. I'm so excited. And so we're going to be doing that on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Because some of us are on the West Coast, and some of us just really want to play games with our friends. So, very late Friday night, we're going to be playing Dragon Age. It's going to be a rip-roaring good time. Saturday for Ward 47, we're playing Parslings, and it's going great, incredible, wonderful. That's the one with cards and parasites that give you magic words. I feel like that's a pretty good explanation of that game. And then we'll be back around on Monday for more of this, which I am also really excited about. So, let's get started. I'm going to let my friends here introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing today, starting with Sid.
Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid, talking about TTRPG shenanigans. Like Savvy mentioned, Thursdays is Elegant Creatures, our Monster of the Week game. I run that. I run that, as I like to say, just like one might run their Mastiff out for a walk. I'm here for the ride, y'all. But ostensibly, I have the leash, so hey, yeah, we'll go with that. We're culminating this mystery. Should be very interesting. Left on a big old cliffhanger. So yeah, should be fun. check that out on Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays, mostly playing in other games that I got mentioned because they're awesome. And oh my god, I have to show you guys the picture of the horns that I bought, and then Matt saw them and he was just like, nope, these are not good enough. So he took them to the shop today and played Props Master and made them even better, and they're really good, and I'll show you the picture of break. But anyway, I'm very excited for the Dragon Age game as well. Tonight I am playing Giselle. Giselle is a tabaxi sorcerer / rogue.
Thank you, Sid. Next up is Rob.
I googled the Iron Bull and I don't know what I expected, but it somehow was and wasn't that. And
watch
now I
some
think
clips
I'm a
of the man
furry?
so you can put the voice. You need the voice. You gotta hear it. You gotta hear Freddie Prinze Jr. doing that voice.
I don't think I will.
Yes, you need.
I don't think I will.
You and you say you're our bisexual dad.
Yeah. Well, I don't fucking know, man.
It's
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
None of us do.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? I'm Rob, or bonus stage Rob, or bonus_stage_Rob. You can find me at bonus stage Rob or bonus_stage_Rob on Twitter and Twitch, respectively. I am as Savvy has alluded to, cool bisexual vacation dad here on the internet. Proud of you, kiddo. I play TTRPGs, I DM, GM TTRPGs, I write stuff, I play test stuff. I just do a bunch of stuff. So follow me on Twitter, gosh dang it. In fact, I'm doing something I've never done before. In like 10 days, I'm getting married. So I don't know. Tweet me and say, good job, sport.
Good job, sport.
Thanks. Thank you. No, address that
tweet
to
it,
my
Rob.
Twitter,
Let
please.
somebody else be
please.
the dad for the day.
Tweet, yeah.
Rob also
I'm
deserves a
tired.
cool dad.
I'm fucking tired, man. Also unhinged. I'm here to crack a cold one with my... Wow, I haven't felt that on my face in a while.
Are you sure you don't want to look up some videos about the Iron Bull, my man?
I think I found exactly what the Iron Bull has for me. Jesus. I play Willoughby Wanderfoot, a hell of a lot more wholesome than my dumbass. He is a paladin, Owladin, / good boy. That's me. He's also a first year.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate all you do for us. And that's actually the truth.
Splooge off my desk.
What? Why was that? Rachel! Rachel! Hey, Rachel! Hey,
I
it's
don't
your
even
turn.
know how to include myself in this chaos that has ensued without
As long
making
as
it
you
worse.
Don't say the word splooge. I think we're good.
Okay, well, wait, I did say squirt yesterday, so... All right. Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth or on Instagram and Twitter at Rachel Elizabeth with a Z in the middle instead of an S. I tweet occasionally. I just tweeted twice. Look at me go. Hey. I play D&D 3 times a week on the internet. Sundays I'm on LB Hagbub's channel. Today you can find me on GGK, obviously, because I'm here. And on Thursdays I'm on Nerd Immersion's YouTube. And we're not playing this week, so sorry, you have to wait until next week if you want to watch me play an urban bounty hunter, Fire Genasi, who has questionable morals. But tonight, I also have questionable morals. Apparently, there's maybe a theme with the characters that I choose. I'm Water Genasi druid named Sereia Vale. That's all I've got.
Thank you very much, Rachel. I can't see. I've got something in my eye, but it's Val's turn. And I can see the colors, and that means I'm unmuted.
Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find the Crowd's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays playing running games. Savannah plugged the games that I run, but I will be GMing the Dragon Age game on Friday, which will be devoid of Iron Bull splooge. So come join us.
You can't say that shit. There is a
content
Kunari
like
in the party.
There is a Kunari in the party. But yeah, that's mostly what I do. Tonight I'll be playing Law, who is a tiefling artificer.
Thanks very much, everybody, for that incredibly professional video. Rob's getting it is 7:12 p.m. Central Time, and Rob's getting auto-modded. Let him in. Let him in.
I did.
I have like a cat hair stuck in my eye, and I'm just gonna have to pray to whatever God is watching down on this particular game that it will
You don't want to know which guy
that it will resolve itself, but I'm afraid if I do that, it might just pluck out my eyeball.
It's Iron Bull.
It's just Iron Bull, isn't it? Okay. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not gonna do a big recap. Last time a bunch of great stuff happened. After surviving a fight with 2 mage hunters, you guys had, some some positive interactions. Everybody's got a date to the masquerade. You guys, went on some great mushroom gathering explorations. Yeah, I mean, we had some interlude scenes. You guys had some good discussions, I would say, with some of your professors. Some of your professors. Particularly Professor Skrillex. And have kind of tried to set yourselves up for success moving forward. We're long rest. We'll have had a long rest. I'm pretty sure I didn't leave you guys off in any, particularly terrible spot last time.
I was fairly certain that after we left the bar, we were going to get jumped, because,
oh, right, because
told
you
us
went to the bar.
to...
Oh, right.
To watch
Roll
our
for
back.
initiative.
Oh, right, no. I remember Javanish telling you to watch your back. I did not remember that we ended at the bar, but I am...
Xander was bummed that he didn't get to ask Sereia to the dance first.
Xander was bummed, but you snooze, you lose.
Get hacked.
Okay, my eye's starting to feel better. I'm gonna read again.
Good.
You
So,
have 2 dates to the dance. There's no rules.
I think at this point, that's on Sereia. But yeah, you guys, you did invite Xanther back to sit with you. You and your friends had a few drinks, unwound quite a bit. I'm not gonna have anything terrible happen, so you guys can go ahead and count a long rest. Is there anything else you guys want to do, that night? All right.
Soraya gonna get back to her room and put finishing touches on her dress, probably.
Okay, because the masquerade is coming up in a couple of days. You got one more day, and then the masquerade is the next day, I think.
What was I saying? Law
Paw?
is going.
You were about to say
I was,
pod. You were about to say pod.
Were you about to
no,
say-
I was trying to say the pub that crawls, and I just got way ahead of myself because the sentence that was trying to come out was Law after the bar is going to go over to the pub that crawls, and probably spend the night there.
Okay.
Working
Diligently.
diligently.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Pa's gonna grab their tools and head on down to the pub. I tell you what.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, so Law, you spend the night there working. You're making excellent progress on your project. Probably 2 or 3 more days.
Mhm.
And you'll be done so. Okay, so unless there's anything else,
working on masquerade stuff, and then catnapping.
okay. So we are just gonna jump right into the shit then. You guys get a long rest. The next day, you are due to meet up with Mina, and a couple of other classmates of yours. Greta has volunteered. Mel has also volunteered, your very tall dryad classmate, to start moving things out of storage and into Kalema Hall, where the masquerade is going to take place. So, you all show up to help with this, but when you show up, so a lot of this stuff is being stored in some of the lower storage rooms of the Biblioplex, so it's going to be a little bit of a hike to get it over to the hall, which is on... Oh, shoot. I wrote down which campus it was on. Now I can't find it. Oh, please.
Mm-hmm. Lo, can we use the carpet? Can we like put things on the carpet and then zoom them over?
Law startles awake on the carpet. Yes, carpet you can use.
Or you have that disc thing too, right?
They can do both. I can do that while on the carpet.
So which works better? Do you want to sit on the carpet and then have a bunch of things like over your head on the disc or something?
It depends on how big of a thing I'm carrying. But I think technically the disc can carry more.
Okay.
Kalema Hall is on the Lorehold campus, as it is named after Magister Kalema, who was a very impressive scholar of magical history.
Ooh.
I found it. He used to be, long ago, used to be a professor at the school, but now it is on the Lorehold campus. So, you guys show up to the Biblioplex, so again, it's a little bit of a hike to move stuff from there to the Lorehold campus, but you have ways of doing things. But when you show up, sort of waiting outside the Biblioplex, kind of sitting on one of the benches out there, alone, is Mina.
Sereia wants to go talk to her.
Well, you have to, because she's the one you're meeting to let you into the room. So.
But
Morning.
like after she lets us in. Hi.
Hi.
Morning. We have a big carpet and then Law can make big discs that can carry heavy things. So put us to work.
Great. I'm loving it. Unfortunately, your help is not going to make it. So.
What does that mean?
Well, Greta and Mel were both supposed to come help, but they're both sick. They caught whatever. There's something going around right now. I don't know. So they're kind of laid up for the day. So unfortunately, it's the 5 of us. Hopefully they'll,
That's okay.
be better before the ball.
What sort of symptoms do they have? Giselle's mind is racing to the shit that she read about, that people 200 years ago got sick around the masquerade. Wee. But
I
Red
mean,
alert.
I didn't really want to pry. They both just said they weren't feeling well. I know Greta had like a weird dizzy spell this morning, so I told them both to stay home.
no, of course.
That was probably responsible of you. Their health
Yes.
is first over lifting heavy things.
Well, yeah, and knowing the two of them, they'd show up unless they were, basically dead. So I told them both to stay home, so they're laid up. So unfortunately, we've got more heavy stuff to move, but carpet, great. Spells, great. Whatever. Just, don't get too fancy with the magic, I guess. Don't want to
No
sign
worries.
anything.
Right. Well, the carpet isn't a spell, it just does that all the time, so that's pretty straightforward.
Cool. Yeah. So follow me, I guess. She walks in, takes you down one set of stairs in Biblioplex, unlocks a door, and it's just a big storage room, kind of points out the stuff that they tend to use year to year, like the same tables and chairs and stuff that they can then like dress up with different tablecloths and stuff. So
We load it up. I'm imagining that cartoonish like stack of things, very Tetris style, with just a Willoughby underneath it, but he can't see anything.
okay, I'm gonna have you guys make some strength checks.
Oh no.
This could be athletics if you got it.
Anyone in the Iron Lifter Society should be capable of lifting at least 3 times their weight, but they didn't say anything about seeing where I was going, so I'm gonna need some help.
That's why I was hoping Greta would be here, but you know, stuff happens.
How about I help direct you, Willoughby, instead of trying to lift things, because I'm not very good at that.
Okie doke. Beep, beep. Backing up.
Willoughby,
this way.
you can roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Is anybody else gonna
Ooh,
roll?
Like the first one.
Sereia will try, but she's not very strong.
15.
I will take this. I have a -1 in athletics. I know.
Yeah, I was looking to see if I have anything that'll help.
Get rolled
this
a 3.
situation.
Oh no.
Oh no. Sereia tries. She's not strong.
Oh, I have a good one.
I
Law
get so nervous when you guys
casts
say that.
Law casts enlarge reduce on themselves.
I assume to enlarge.
And makes themselves very tiny. No, I'm kidding.
And then they
Enlarge.
run and hide and don't participate in the chores.
Yeah. Law pulls out their tinkering gear and quickly like fastens together, and then like magical like pulses reverberate through like the little bits that they're like working on, and kind of like, what am I thinking of? The little not Legos, the other things.
Connects.
You make it like magical bungee cords to like.
No, but it's gonna but essentially builds
Bionicle.
themselves a yeah, sure, whatever. Builds himself a
Gundam?
a like little mech suit like alien lifter thing like Ripley fights the alien with at the end. Yeah. And that gives advantage, which won't help much, but
Wait.
Surely
at least
it'll
give me
help.
advantage.
I
Surely
forgot
you're
about
not
the
all
potion
gonna
of
make
storm
Willoughby do
giant
this by
strength.
himself. Oh no!
You want to drink the
I would
potion of
do
storm
it.
giant
I
strength?
forgot
That would be
about the
such
storm giant
overkill for this.
Amazing.
I'm not gonna tell you guys what to do.
That would be such overkill for lifting. I got a 15.
Okay, that's the same as Willoughby. This is very good. So yeah, Law and Willoughby, I think, kind of take over and do a lot of lifting, and Sereia and Giselle do a lot of
I will open doors.
directing
Thank you.
and
This
like
way. Everyone watch out. Move out of the way. Big load coming through. This way.
helping make sure stuff doesn't
I'm a big
fall
load.
over. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna expedite this process. But it takes like 3 hours. But it's it's mostly tables and chairs and like it's not stuff that is just like immensely heavy. It's just really how quickly you can get it done. So it takes you a couple hours, but you get it done. You get everything sort of set to one side. And Mina kind of looks around and says, "Great, so we've got some other folks coming in to help set everything up. So appreciate it."
Okay. Do you need any more help with a couple people sick?
Not with this. But there is something you guys can do for me.
Sure. Happy to help.
This way. She kind of looks over the four of you, and then turns and makes her way towards one of the doors of the hall, like one of the side doors, out of the main hall. It says, in here. I assume you all follow.
Go in, yeah.
You're all looking at me like I'm insane right now.
She's
Nope.
just acting so suspicious.
Just concerned.
Yes.
She sort of walks into the hall, kind of holding the door open behind her, and you walk in, and you are confronted with 3 more of your classmates as Mina shuts the door behind you. You see, I don't know if I have good, like...
I told my friends before we left the bar what Javanish said, so you all have this in your brain right now.
That's
I
true.
stock combat spells to hurt other people.
Law's already forgotten what you said.
Soraya's been so wanting to apologize to Mina this entire time, but she hasn't had the chance yet. She feels
Yeah,
so
she's
guilty.
well, Mina's been pretty actively ignoring you.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
That's not gonna do
More
it.
help.
It's a little dramatic.
Willoughby's just excited to see everyone. Hi, friends.
Mina, you hear a distinctive click as she shuts the door behind you and just kind of leans up against it. As you see some folks that you haven't really interacted with in a while. You see Aurora. And you also see Rubina and Talana. And I'm just gonna remind the chat. You guys can see their character sheets, so I'll just remind the chat of what these folks look like. Just real quick. You know, not for any reason.
We can see their character sheets. Let's metagame.
You can't
Okay,
see
this
their
one's bad at
characters.
this.
So you see Rubina, Talana, and Aurora on the other side of the door, kind of standing there in the hallway, almost as if they were waiting for you. Rubina, who again is like a dark-skinned woman, hair sort of pulled back in a very tight bun that's sort of like this large, like overflowing, like curly ponytail, kind of steps forward.
Giselle steps in front of whoever's behind her.
She looks at you,
Good.
Giselle, and kind of zeroes in on you.
Sereia is in show band with both Aurora and Rubina. So she's gonna kind of put herself probably next to Giselle and be like,
Hi, guys. What's all this about?
Well, Rubina sort of looks at the other two and then kind of looks at Mina. We're here to ask you the same thing.
We're helping.
Right. And all the weird stuff that's been going on around campus, has that been you helping?
Well,
No.
I mean, the response to the weird stuff, yeah.
I guess we've been helping by making sure weird stuff isn't happening to other people because it's almost exclusively been happening to us.
Except now it is happening to other people.
Are you talking about the illness from this morning?
Yeah. And it's not just from this morning. And every time something weird
There've been-
pops up, you four are around.
What do you mean it's not just from this morning? Did someone else get sick?
Aurora sort of pipes up from next to her. For about the last week or so, people have been getting sick.
Giselle, it's like what you read in that book.
Yes. I just did some research about this.
Yeah,
I read.
I'm sure
read
you
in the-
did.
Sorai's
No,
gonna let
really.
out like a really ridiculously like loud sigh for as tiny of a person as she is. Just,
I
Okay.
can-
Do you guys want to hear the story from the beginning? Because it sounds like, and honestly, I mean, I owe you an apology. I bit your head off yesterday, and I shouldn't have. I understand that from the outside, this all looks ridiculous. But if you guys want to keep an open mind and hear the story from the beginning, without prejudice, we would appreciate being heard out before you jump us in the hallway. If that's where this is headed.
Two things. One, people have been sort of hearing you out all semester, and this is how it's going. And two, please, we're women of class. We're not going to jump you in the hallway.
You would be surprised what people of class will do to each other.
We're going to solve this the old-fashioned way, if you're amenable.
A
I
duel?
can make some soup for people.
Sereia,
But
you
yeah,
do
I
know
make
some
some
of the
very
history
good
of
soup.
Strixhaven. Duels. At Furygale. Tonight. Midnight. If you win, we'll leave it alone. And we'll trust you from here on out. If we win, you leave.
I'm sorry, how does this solve, like, literally anything?
Aurora pipes up again. It's how things have always been done.
Well, how things have always been done are pretty stupid, if you ask me.
There are a lot of ancient powers that are looking down on us, and especially here. So, if we win, problem solved. You're gone. If you win, you get an extra chance, I guess, to set things right.
Well, you refer to it as problem solved if you win and we leave, but as far as I understand, we're the ones trying our hardest to protect literally everyone at the campus. So it sounds like you'd just be causing much more trouble, essentially running off campus. Am I fair in saying that?
Talana, who hasn't said anything up to this point, but looks just generally very nervous, finally kind of looks... doesn't make eye contact with you, Willoughby, but I think looks in your general direction. You're the only ones on campus who see it that way. Everybody else
That's
is
not-
pretty concerned.
That's
You're making
not
generalizations,
true.
and we have. Yeah, I was gonna say you're making generalizations about the rest of the students on campus, and we have several people who have heard us out and understand what's been going on from our side of it. But if this is what you'd rather do as opposed to hearing the full story from the beginning, then you have to do what you have to do.
I'm not going to fight any of you to prove a point. If you want
No.
to hear us out, that's fine. I'll go get the book that I was talking about, that I was worried about people getting sick, and I will show it to you.
It's not a fight. It's duel.
I've read enough graphic scrolls to know that that's just a fight, but it sounds fancier, and people challenging each other to duels is really just a flowery way of getting a good punch in.
It's really symbolic.
You're right, Willoughby.
And Talana looks extremely nervous and is like looking towards Rubina and then like isn't making eye contact with anybody and finally says like, it's symbolic and there's a lot of magic here and a lot of different beings looking down on a lot of different people, but there is real power in the Fury Gale duels. You can't die.
that-
So maybe this is a good way to set everybody at ease.
By dueling people?
Is all of this true as somebody who is like obsessed with this school and its history?
Oh yeah, no, I won't even make you roll for that.
Yeah.
There's a place on campus. There's a building on campus. It's on the Prismari campus called the Fury Gale Repository, which pretty much is where students go to solve their problems out from under the eyes of the faculty. Because they just kind of mostly pretend that's not happening. But Fury Gale Repository is essentially it's a repository of failed magic experiments. There's a lot of half-finished work. There's just a lot of stuff in there, and as it has been long forgotten by the faculty, students over the years have kind of taken that over as the place where they solve problems on their own. It is an intensely magical space. But yeah, that's among the student body. That would be. I think you've all at least heard of Fury Gale at this point. But yeah, no, Willoughby, everything she said is totally true.
But like all this stuff about like the magical forces and the big scary things looking down at us, and like what happens if I say no is basically where I'm going. Like, am I gonna be struck down like a tiny owlin heathen?
No, I mean, they all definitely believe what they're saying.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's a lot of students that are devoted to a lot of different gods. There are a lot of nodes of very powerful magic on the campus, so they believe what they're saying. And Talana, as nervous as she is, seems to think that maybe this could put the issue to rest. I don't think she's trying to hide. I don't think you have to roll. I don't think she's trying to hide any of that from you.
Yeah.
I'm with the others that this is really stupid that it's coming to this and that you're blaming us for everything that's happening right now, but I agree with Sereia. Fine, if this will put it all to rest, then do we all have to participate, or this is a one-on-one thing, or
One-on-one. Whoever wants to can duel. We're not going to make anyone. But it's a show of good faith.
Good faith for accusations that are completely unfounded. I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. We're being
Giselle.
accused of doing
Giselle.
something bad when all we've done is try to help.
Yeah, with a side of victim blaming. I mean, come on, give me a break, dang it.
You guys, you're trying to speak logic and reason to people who have obviously already made up their minds about what they want to do about the situation. So there's no point in arguing this any further. We can either participate or not. They're not going to change their minds. I can see it on their faces. So I'm done here. I'll see you at midnight.
and considering they know everything that we've fought so far and beaten, if they're still deciding to do this, then they're just stupid, I guess.
Sereia's gonna leave. And not actually, she nods in the direction of each of them.
Mina hasn't said anything, and is leaning up against the door, but looks immensely uncomfortable. And Sereia, as soon as you go for the door, she moves out of the way.
She'll pause at the door and give her like a very unreadable, like her face is like unreadable, and she's just like burning into her eyeballs.
Giselle,
And
Willoughby,
then-
come on, let's go with her.
Holds the door open for her friends.
Belle looks at Willoughby.
Willoughby is like the angriest you've ever seen him. But it's like really cute. Like he's trying so hard to be angry.
Gugavaya?
Fine. They're officially not in my friend collection.
He's down to 49. That's the worst part.
Giselle will let the others walk
Nice.
out, and she'll kind of stay behind for a second, like start walking toward the door and turn around. You could have just talked to us. But now you've made Kukavaya sad. So now I have to fight all of you. And I'm not very happy about it. We'll see you at midnight. So turn around, her tail flicking all.
Okay. Anything else?
Sereia will wait outside for her friends.
So you all leave the Kalema Hall unaccosted, and they let you leave. And the three of you quickly catch up with Sereia, who is outside.
Sereia, you okay?
Yes, I just have seen those looks on people's faces before. And there's no use reasoning with them. They've made up their minds. Unfortunately, there comes a point when people make up narratives in their heads about how something happened. And you just can't reason with them. There's no way to. You can show them all of the evidence and all of the proof and all of the numbers otherwise, but they just won't listen. So I saw those looks and realized that there was no way around this, but nobody has to duel if you don't want to.
We're not
I mean,
going
the
to
way-
leave any of the rest of you to not do it.
Before we talk about this too much, since we know about how this stuff works, what is the format for this? Is it going to be? Is it for every one of us, one of them will be there, and it'll be a group thing, or is it strictly one-on-one and all of us will fight, or is it one-on-one, one of us will fight?
Nope, there are 6 dual commandments
Oh,
at Strixhaven.
6
boy.
dual commandments.
Only 2 students duel at a time. One-on-one only. You must use magic to defeat your opponent. No weapons, no magic items, no aid from non-duelists.
Fuck
When
me.
someone surrenders or is otherwise incapacitated, the duel is over, and the 6th rule is no killing.
Okay.
What is
Belle's
your
fucked.
ruling? Is an unarmed strike a melee weapon attack?
Yes.
Can I punch somebody and use a smite on them? Because a smite is when I hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
And by the transitive property, yes.
It's
Can I
it's a
searing
somatic
smite
component.
smack a bitch?
I'll allow it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause it's
I'll allow
the somatic component of that spell is punching.
Y'all that know
someone.
how to fight have
The somatic
worked.
component is my fist.
I want to say,
Anybody who knows how to fight has worked hard for that right, and I'm not gonna take that away from you. Yeah, smite a bitch.
I've come here to fucking punch faces and expend spell slots, and I'm all out of spell slots.
Willoughby is about to become Nicolas Cage in Wicker Man when he just runs into a room and just starts punching women. Just
I don't like that anymore.
I assume Willoughby just lists off the 6 commandments for us, so we all know.
Yeah,
what they are.
if the GM will
I
allow
think
that,
you
I
would,
feel
I
like
think you would know that.
I would know those.
As much as I'm for fighting, I'm going to be fucking useless if I can't use any magic items because that's sort of my whole shtick. So I can't volunteer myself for this in good conscience.
I can make it work on kind of a technicality.
Honestly, if it's like a purely magic thing, then I think Sereia is our best bet.
I think so too. I have maybe 1 or 2 spells that I could use to take someone down, but it's not as good as what you have, Sereia.
I could hurt several people. I don't really want to, though.
I know.
Well, you don't have to. I'll do it if you don't want to.
No, I'll do it. She just starts laughing. Like, I mean, it seems like a really strange decision on their part, considering we literally just yesterday, the 4 of us, killed 2 mage hunters. Are they crazy?
I know.
Giselle starts laughing too.
She's just like hysterical.
Giselle starts giggling.
I'm
as
just
well.
gonna
Can't
say
stop
out,
laughing.
I'm just gonna say out loud real quick. This was not the reaction I expected to this whole situation, but we're gonna move forward with it. Just
I mean,
general.
I think if we win, then they'll listen to us, right? So, like, let's just win.
If we win, then they leave it alone. If anything, honestly, I think they're more likely to distrust us even more if we win.
If they're going to be as strict about this and talk about the powers watching the school and everything, and then turn around and say we win, but we don't trust you because you won, then that is not going to look good on them.
I'll give you guys this as well because, I mean, you sort of know, at least on the surface, how your classmates function. At least Rubina and Talana are, like, rules sticklers. So, if that influences anything at all.
I don't know, an idea, a request. They need to understand that they're in the minority here and, well, quite frankly, being jerks. We have a lot of friends who support us. Maybe it would be a good idea to let them know that this is happening, and maybe they will come out and support us too. I know they can't help with the rules or whatever.
But if we show up with like 20 people that are like, hey, you're being assholes, maybe they'll back down.
It's
Or
also possible.
at the very least, help change their mind a little bit.
Maybe, rather than stooping to their level of stupidity.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, to try to avoid it, but we have to defend ourselves because I'm assuming they're not the only 3 that are thinking this. They made it seem like there are a lot of other people at the school that are.
No, they're probably just the loudest.
So I think we go tell everyone, get them to come with us, and then
Better, Sereia?
now when they say no magic items, to what extent are they? I can give you some cool shit, but I assume it's just like no, like magic items at the door.
No magic item.
Like, probably can't
Again,
use
I
my
feel like
staff.
that's very
Armor?
prejudicial considering what some people specialize in at this school.
No magic items.
So that means if some
what about armor?
Nope.
Sick. I go from a 21 to a 12 AC, baby.
I have literally
That's very
nothing.
epic.
If there's no
These
I
are
am
like
normal
old school wizard
fucking-
duels, baby.
Very
I have
epic.
Witch Bolt.
I assume there's some sort of like system for having like a second if you're somebody who's at this school and isn't like a
If there's
pure
reckoning to be
magic
reckoned?
caster. Because like that would suck if you're like the barbarian in class and everyone keeps just
Challenging you to a fucking duel.
Duels.
There wasn't before, but there is now. Because that makes a lot of sense. In this universe, yes, you can declare a second.
You're champion.
No, you're
can
second.
declare
They're
a
very different
champion.
things.
Yes.
Can I use the oil of sharpness on my hand while I searing smite smack a bit?
If you can argue that your hand does piercing or
I'm
slashing damage,
moisturized.
and so
I
it
have
got.
little talons.
Oh shit! You do have talons.
I'm not gonna do that to you.
I
I'm
did
not
kind of
gonna-
back
I'm not
myself
that
into a
kind of-
corner a little bit there, though. I mean, you're right. You do have talons.
Does
I think we're gonna have to, like-
large talons?
I think we're gonna have to like not do any tricks though. We're just gonna have to do this honest.
Oh
And-
yeah, I'll be honest.
Sereia,
Honestly, fuck someone up.
Sereia, what sort of spells do you have that are offensive, that aren't part of your staff?
A lot of them.
Okay, like what?
Well, I mean, Wither and Bloom and Vampiric Touch come to mind.
That means you have to get in close, though, right?
No.
No?
Vampiric
Okay.
Touch is a melee spell attack, and Wither and Bloom is
I'm gonna
a 10-foot
say
radius.
that vampiric touch means you do have to.
I thi-
It's a melee spell attack,
It
Yeah,
says
so you have to do-
concentration, range area self.
so that's not
Is
the
it-
range
you
though.
think so?
That's does it say a melee
It
spell
doesn't-
attack?
Oh, it says the touch of your shadow wreathed hand.
Okay. If it's a melee
Yeah.
spell attack, you have
Ah.
to be in melee with them. Yeah, so you cast
Okay.
the spell on yourself,
and then
but
okay.
you do have
so not
to.
that one then.
You do gotta touch.
But is the
them.
rule that you have is one of the rules? Maybe I missed it. Is one of the rules that you have to like stay apart? Like it has to be ranged attacks.
No, I think the idea was just that getting in close can be dangerous. So
Dicey.
I mean, if they're
That's what I
if they're going to
understood.
be relying on magic, then getting in close. If you have an option to get in close, maybe the best option
That's true.
because then they can't do any range shit on you or hit you with a fireball or something.
Yeah. The only
I
spells
mean-
that I have that can be somewhat offensive in a fight is I can bane them, and then I can just shoot a shit ton of witch bolts at. Oh no, I have a spiritual weapon now. I could shoot a shit ton of witch bolts at them, and then bop them with a spiritual weapon. That's about all I have.
I can call lightning.
Seraia's doing. Looks at the others. Seraia's doing this.
That's why I was suggesting it. You're very powerful, Giselle, but you've also been focusing a lot of time on stealing shit, and I think it
Yes,
might
it's
have.
true. That is very true. I'll be your second though, if you'd like.
I would like that.
Okay.
So we're gonna have them pick one of them, and I will duel them if they won't hear us out with all of our friends there. Is that our plan?
I
I
think,
think
so.
so.
I think maybe with backup, we might be able to persuade them to see reason.
Maybe.
But if not, then I don't want to have to hurt anybody. But I will if it means protecting you guys.
And that's why we love you.
Well,
Okay.
maybe-
I'm sure I can also summon my my I want to say flame nature knock, but it's not it. Wildfire spirit.
Well, yes,
Well,
they're
yeah.
magical. That makes sense.
That's magic.
That is magic.
It's mean, but it's magic.
It is most assuredly. Hey, they're the minions in this situation, okay? They're
They
the
picked a
ones that
fight
said,
with-
"Oh,
They
Time
picked a
to
fight with
duel
the
or
crazy light
whatever.
shit on fire druid. Yeah, they picked a fight with the crazy light shit on fire druid and her
exactly." That's on them. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry.
friend.
Okay, so we should probably go find our friends. I'm gonna go get that book from the pub that crawls. I'll have
Okay.
that too.
I would like to have to just go there to relax where nobody else will be able to run into us. But we should probably gather our friends and let them know what's going on. So maybe they would want to join us there, like Grayson and Kadoris, and I'd probably invite Xanther too, now that he seems more in the loop. And Javanish warned you last night, so maybe we can grab him too. It just might be a good idea to.
Yes. Well, I kind
Rosie.
of want to check in. Well, Greta and who was the second one that was sick? It was Greta
Mel,
and
right?
and Mel. Okay. I kind
I'm
of want to
going
go
to go-
check in on them too. Yeah.
I can go find my sister.
And
And-
they.
I assume they're sort of a package at this
I'm
point.
gonna go look for Kadoris.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's all go grab the people that we think would hear us out before we go do this tonight and bring them to the public crawls in an hour or so, and then we
Okay.
can fill them in. Does that sound like enough time to round everybody up?
I think so.
Agreed. All right.
Okay.
Then we
Go
can all
at the
go
pub.
check on Greta and Mel. I
Yeah,
do want
that
to
gives
make
us
sure
some
that they're
time.
Okay.
Do you guys want to go there first and then we'll split up?
Sure.
Okay.
Can we stop by the kitchens? I want to get some soup. It's not gonna be as good as my yayas, but soup is always helpful. We go get soup for Mel and Greta, and we go see them.
You go get some soup for Mel and Greta. You ask around a little bit. They both have made their way to the infirmary, on which exists on campus. I am bidding it so. Excuse me. But yeah, you can head over there. It is part of main campus with like the biblioplex and everything, so it's sort of like centrally located. You make your way in. It's still early enough for visiting hours. So the two of them are in sort of like a big, one of those large like rooms that holds several beds next to each other. There are a few other students in here. Most of them seem to be sleeping. But Mel and Greta are kind of like half awake, like having some conversation about some, I don't know. I'm assuming there's like magic TV in this universe. Some conversation about like whatever like magic soap opera they've been watching. And they're both kind of like lounging, and Greta kind of like perks up a little bit. Oh, hey.
Hi, we heard you weren't feeling good, so
Yeah.
I brought you the best approximation of my yaya soup that I could find.
Oh, that's really nice. Thanks.
Here, put the lemon in it. Lots and lots of lemon.
Okay. Mel just kind of like nods along. It's very nice of you to come see us.
Oh, yes. I don't mean to pry, but I was reading something about a long time ago at a school when people got sick around the time of the masquerade. Can I ask what you are feeling? How you are not feeling well? If you don't want to talk about it, I won't pry, but
Greta kind of laughs a little bit. I mean, are you trying to diagnose us, Doc?
no, but it might be helpful to figure out what's going on.
Well, I mean, what are you looking for?
I didn't get much from this one book, but if I get some more information, we might be able to go to some of the other libraries and such and maybe find some more information. All I know from last time is that it happened right around the masquerade and a lot of people got sick.
Well, oh, sorry, Willoughby.
I can't do it right now, but tomorrow I can come prepared with a spell to help detect poison and disease. It's sort of something I learned really early in paladin training. So I don't really use it a ton, but it would help me identify what's going on.
And Greta kind of like looks at Mel, who's just kind of nods along. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I think we're game. It's not gonna hurt, right?
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, we had a lot of the same stuff. Really tired. I had a weird dizzy spell this morning. And I was generally kind of out of it at first. I mean, other stuff, you know, that comes with being sick, like headaches and a fever and stuff, but it's just mostly like
Brain fog.
brain's having a hard time working. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. And Mel just kind of like nods along. We're very tired.
Okay. We won't bother you. So eat your soup and get lots of rest and drink lots of fluids.
Thank you
Tea.
for thinking of us.
Of course.
It is rare that I catch a human etc. ailment. So, thank you.
Of course. Well, we'll check in on you tomorrow, like Willoughby said, and maybe we can figure out what's going on.
I think we would like that. It's nice to have company.
Of course. Okay. Well, get your rest, okay?
And thanks, guys. Really.
Of course. That's what friends are for, right?
Totally. And you leave them with soup and in good
Yes.
spirits.
Yeah.
What's the next endeavor is to gather the troops?
Gather the
Gather
troops!
all the troops.
All our friends! Willoughby,
Everybody
find
who
all
might listen.
49
Like,
of your
just-
remaining
49
friends.
of my friends.
See, this is what I was stressed about, is that like I had an inkling that it was gonna feel pretty personal, and I'm starting to feel really bad about it.
We are acting.
And I appreciate that. So, who are you going after?
We are offended.
Who's Giselle? I'm gonna call on each of you. Giselle, who are you going after? I'm making a list.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Quintilius. I'm going to go talk to Javnish. I'm going to go talk to... Let me get my list of people here. I would have gone to talk to Greta, but Greta's sick.
That's sick.
But
Greta loves
I'll-
you guys.
yes. Oh, and I'll go talk to Rosie too.
Okay. Willoughby.
I'm just gonna talk to Ghidorah.
I mean, that's your best
What
bud.
about your 48 other friends?
Well, you're all included in that, and you're gonna talk to a bunch, and I don't know. This is a lot.
Pats his shoulder.
It's quality,
I know.
not quantity.
Yeah.
Well, and Ghidorah could probably gather up a lot more of the acting people too.
Yeah.
You okay, Kukovaya?
Yeah. I'm used to being the one that protects people, and right now I need protecting, and it feels weird.
Sereia's gonna give Willoughby a hug.
And be like, I'll protect you for now.
We all will.
I'm sorry I can't protect you emotionally from the sting of what those people said.
Oh, that's okay. All kinds of heroes and stuff have to deal with naysayers, and that's fine. I've always been kind of good at letting that roll off my shoulders. It's just like really frustrating. Like we spent, I don't know, the whole semester just
Trying to
Kind of.
survive.
trying to help people.
Yeah.
Now it's like we're getting challenged to duels to prove we're not behind what is happening. Like, it doesn't make any sense. These duels used to be reserved for bigger
Disagreements?
issues, not just petty BS. Sorry for swearing.
It's okay.
I've heard worse.
I say worse all the time.
I'm honestly incredibly offended, Willoughby.
I'm sorry.
They are
just kidding.
joking.
I'm joking.
Oh.
Little bit of levity is good in this situation in which I feel immensely guilty. Sereia, who are you going to talk to?
So Raya's gonna go get Grayson, Xanther, and Urs McTuck.
Okay. And Law?
The song.
Law's just gonna go find Order and Thay.
Okay. Once again, you and 9 friends are about to go on a dang adventure. So you all split up. Go find your friends. Is there anything... I'm not going to make you guys roleplay all of these scenes because it would take 17 years. Is there anything, like, specifically you guys want to play out? Like, any conversations you want to have with people? Or are we okay to just, like, sort of go to the pub that cross? If there are any, that's great. I just don't want to do all 9 of them. Because that would be a nightmare for me personally.
Yeah, I don't need to play out.
I
the
feel
scene.
like Quintilius will be down. I feel like... Ugh. I feel like Rosie would be down. I don't think we need to do that. I might need to talk to Javnish. 'cause
Rosie,
we
I
kinda-
think, will be down considering she, like, helped you guys do a whole crime. And, like, break into the
Yeah,
dean's
Rosie
office
is
and stuff.
down.
Like, I think Rosie is on your page. For sure.
Rosie's the down for anything friend.
Quintilius
Rosie's
is.
down to clown.
Cadoris is. Grayson, I think, definitely is.
I might need to
Javnish?
talk to Javnish. I'm thinking that might be an on the fence sort of person.
Order, I think, is ready to go. And Faye will follow her into the dark. So... yeah, I mean, the only other naysayer you might have is Xanther, but based on
I
the
feel like
events at the bar
after
and
last
everything, I
night,
feel like,
yeah.
I feel like he's kind of like...
You'd at least come to hear it all out from the
yeah, he'd
beginning,
be like,
probably.
this is weird, and I
Yeah.
want to sort of hear what you guys have to say. So, okay. So
Yeah.
we'll, and Cadoris, obviously, is like,
The bestest friend.
you know, wants to date Law, and Willoughby is his best friend, and is like, yes, I want to help. Aggressively wants to help. So yeah, just we'll do. Yeah, Giselle, what do you say to Javnish?
Guess find them.
Who's
if he's
probably at work.
working. Yeah. Go buy a frappe. Buy him a frappe.
It's a little late for coffee, don't you think? Unless you're gonna be
Shit,
up late.
What time is it? Well.
7 p.m. I don't
Give
know.
him coffee, and then he has no reason not to come with us.
Sleep.
I tricked you. You're caffeinated. Now you have to come. No.
Pulling an all-nighter.
You could say that. Thank you for the warning yesterday.
Oh, right.
It turns out we needed it.
I was kind of afraid of that. Mina actually mentioned it.
Yes.
I guess they went through with it.
Yes.
It's a bunch of bullshit. It's not really what duels are meant for, you know?
Willoughby was so indignant. He swore.
Wow.
I know.
I'm sorry, Giselle. They're doing their best to protect what they think is their home.
And they think we're the ones that are hurting it?
I think they don't have a better answer.
I do.
You do.
Will you help us? Not any do. We'll cross that stupid bridge when we come to it, but will you come and show support? They won't listen to reason. Like you said, they're very upset and worked up, but we thought if maybe they saw that there were a lot of people that know that we're just trying to help, maybe then they'll stop and think about it.
Mina's my friend. A good friend. She's not a bad person.
I know. I don't think any of them are bad people. I think they're scared. And like you said, I think they feel a little out of control and don't know what else to do. So we want to show them that there's something else they can do.
Yeah, I gotta say, for some of them, it's a little out of character, but, you know, when people are scared, they do weird shit, so. Do you think me being there will make a difference?
Honestly, I think it will make a very big difference. They know we have friends, you know. When Cadoris and Quintilius and Order show up, that makes sense. But if they saw that you believed in us too, hopefully it will give them some pause.
Okay.
Really?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go.
Thank you, Javnesh.
I'm doing this because Mina's one of my best friends. And I like you guys. Really.
We like you too.
And I just think you gotta get on the same page.
And hopefully this will do it.
You wanna do a shot? Just, you know. on
Your
the house.
tequila?
I have many different versions of tequila.
2 tequilas.
On me. For trying to fix all this bullshit.
Yes, as to that. We're going to go meet at this place we know. You work at a pub. Have you heard of the one at Cross?
Boy, have I.
Have you ever been there before?
No, it's not.
Oh boy, do I
It's
have
not
a surprise
real.
for you.
Giselle, it's not real.
I'll meet you out here in 1 hour.
I'm gonna bring some tequila just in case.
We have plenty there, but that's fine. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye!
Okay. So you convince all of your friends, old and new, to meet you at the pub that crawls for Viva la Revolucion, I guess.
Yeah. I will meet Javanish outside. She'll walk him there. I promise I'm not leading you into the bog to kill you, okay? It's just out here. See the rest
Honestly,
of this.
Giselle, that wouldn't be the worst thing that's happened to me this week.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I work in the service industry.
Oh no, that makes sense. Okay. But no, see there's everybody else. Hi!
Big, tall, beefy, winged Javanish shows up behind Giselle. Hey,
Javanish hasn't been before.
so we're doing this.
Yep.
I don't have to bartend, do I?
No, there's a magical bartender there.
All right, I'm in. And you all make your way into the pub that crawls. Let's go ahead and take a break. Time flies when you're extremely offended. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us so far. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. We're a little bit early, but I think this is a good time to do it before we get into whatever is about to happen. So thanks for hanging out with us. We will be back in a quick few minutes, but stick around, and we'll be back to see what happens next. And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We are, I don't know if refreshed is the right word for it, but we definitely took a break. And we're ready to keep playing the Dungeons and Dragons. So, you got all your friends together, your friends and allies, at the pub that crawls, for one final talk about what is going on before you head over to Fury Gale Repository. And if I'm understanding the plan correctly, as it stands right now, Sereia is going to duel for
If necessary.
If necessary?
Maybe they'll see reason after they see our huge crew of people coming.
You know, we'll see. So, you gathered all your friends, you convinced Javanish to come, and, I mean, we don't have to belabor the point. What do you say?
You guys, I think we just start from the beginning and tell them everything. A lot of our friends know most of it, but I think we just let it all go. Let it out, you know?
Rosie pipes up, as she is wont to do. Do you really think they're gonna listen?
Probably not, but at the very least, we should tell all of you.
And at the worst, we have a big audience when Sereia kicks some ass.
Hell yeah. I mean, Sereia is, whoever it is that they choose to duel, Sereia is gonna absolutely beat their ass, I'm just saying. Like, I feel like, and everybody's just sort of like nodding along, like, I feel like we're all sort of in agreement on that one. Like, you're absolutely gonna beat some ass, so like, I mean, maybe the duel is a good idea. Because if Sereia just absolutely kills it, like, then maybe they will really listen to you. Like, double time, because she won, so they have to. It's just a thought.
Or we'll just publicly humiliate them and then they'll resent us in private and it might just lead to issues later on. I mean...
Well, I mean, no offense, Willoughby, but it seems like some of them already resent you, so... Is it really gonna change anything?
I just don't want to come off like we're the bad guys.
Well, they're the ones that challenged us to the duel. It's not like we challenged them, so we're just defending ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, the onus is really on them, like, they started it. Even knowing that a lot of us were already behind you, so... Which, I don't know, like, especially coming from Talana, I think is pretty weird, but... I don't know, she's, like, super into rules and stuff, so...
Talana didn't seem to want to be there by the end of it. So I would
in
do
her
with that
defense,
information what you will.
when she's in most places, she seems like she doesn't want to be there. So,
Well, you bring up a point that is interesting to me. Javanish, you said this was a little out of character for some of your friends, yes?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, Mina's
Determined.
Mina, and she's gonna do whatever Mina's gonna do. But yeah, I mean, especially like, I mean, I don't know Talana super well, but I know Rabina, and she's I mean, she's a big stickler for the rules. So, I mean, I guess that extends to duels and stuff. If she's really invested in sort of Strixhaven historically, then that's how students have solved problems. So, but I don't know. I mean, she's always been kind of a teacher's pet, so it's kind of weird. But
Do you think that it is possible that some of their changes of character could somehow have something to do with the rise of auric activity recently?
Like indoctrination?
Possibly.
I mean, that's a pretty quick timeline for indoctrination.
Not really.
Oh,
Apparently
so
it's
is
been
all this
happening
stuff
all year.
happening.
That's fair.
I felt like Aurora and Rubina and I were at least good enough friends that I would have noticed something like that, considering we are in show band together, but apparently my feelings on our friendship were not mutual. So,
Unless they only changed really recently.
I just think it's something we should consider. And also, I think we should consider that perhaps we go there today and we get ambushed by a bunch of Auric people.
Rosie
These
pipes up
100
again. That would be completely crazy.
I know, but so is getting attacked by a bunch of mage hunters in the locker room. I thought that was the craziest thing that could happen. So, you know what? All bets are off otherwise.
I think Javanish
I think-
speaks up again. Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm just saying, I think we should be prepared for all possible contingencies. That's all.
we've already been betrayed by our friends. Well, what else could go wrong?
You
Bite
got-
your tongue and go walking around the pub that crawl 7 times
You
and then
gotta-
spit over your shoulder.
and throw some salt over the other one.
Okay.
She'll do that.
Do you
Giselle
want-
told her to. Just
you-
walks off barefoot.
Do you want my honest opinion?
Of course.
I think you guys need to do this legit. I think you need to do what they're asking for. And I think you need to follow it to its natural conclusion. Because if it's just them, you'll know that at the end of the duel. But you'll also know if something else is going on. And
That's what I was thinking too.
you can't die in Fury Gale. It's really weird like that. So
No, but if we do lose, that does mean we're going to have to leave the school.
immediate distressed murmurs among all of your friends in order. What?
Well, that was the terms of
yeah.
the duel, right?
That were their conditions.
Soraya, man. She ran the seven laps.
Just
She's
throwing
back.
salt over his shoulder, spitting over the other,
blowing cinnamon across the door. Like, I don't know if this will work.
just in case.
It smells nice.
And you all agreed to that? Are you
Well,
insane?
what else were we supposed to do?
No, say no, for one.
Well,
But that's
then-
what we're
Giselle!
trying-
Come on.
I didn't want to do it.
That's
I
what
have
we're
never
trying
known you to do something you don't want to do. Why are you suddenly doing this?
Because they hurt Willoughby's feelings. He swore.
But also, that's why we're trying. We're putting the cart before the horse here. That's why we're trying to talk them out of it so that we don't have to do this. So, plan still is the plan. Either we show up and we talk them out of it, or we don't talk them out of it, and the duel is our only option.
If you had fully agreed to the terms of the duel, I don't know what else you can do.
Well, we're gonna win, so it's going to be fine.
No pressure.
And if for some reason Sereia loses, then we murder them and no witnesses.
Don't leave any witnesses.
That
But
is
they can't die.
not how
Well, no, that wouldn't
duels
be
in
the
Fury
duel.
Gale work.
That would be after the duel.
The rule about not killing people is there for a reason.
I was joking.
You can't die in Fury Gale during a duel, but I mean, it's not impossible. You could die. If somebody really wanted you to die.
No one will die with me there. It's okay.
It's true. She's extremely powerful.
Faye just pipes up from the back.
It's-
No, as long as Sereia is there, nobody can die. It's impossible. She brings people back to life. We've all heard it.
Exactly.
It's literally just
hail
a spell, but
Sereia.
okay.
Goddess of life and death.
Faye leans between a bunch of people and looks at you, Sereia, and just kind of like winks.
Faye is like trying to recruit people
She
to
knows.
the cult.
She knows, and she could be second in command of a big cult one day, so
Hey.
That would be right up Faye's alley, honestly.
she knows what she's doing.
Sereia has no interest in running the day-to-day of the cult, so like
Yeah, she's
Have
just
at
the
it.
creative head of the cult,
Yeah.
you know?
she wants to wander off and do her own thing and be distracted.
They would love to run a cult, actually. So
They should talk.
she's also like kicked her feet back on the table and was like, "So what? Are we doing this?"
Look,
Let
before we go there, because there's a lot of old friends, a lot of newer friends. I didn't mean just telling the people that want to duel us everything. I meant all of our friends are here. We should tell them everything. I'm not going to do it unless you guys are okay with it.
At this point, we've got nothing else to lose. I don't care about telling everybody what's going on.
Better to help, hopefully, quell any rumors that apparently crop up about us, and get challenged to more duels that are completely needless.
Nomos. Law.
what?
Are you okay if we tell everyone everything?
Yeah,
She sort of
I
leans
don't-
in. That includes about what happened back in Kaladesh. Are you okay with that?
Do we have to tell them about that? That's not really related to what's going on.
I think it would help explain that there's no way that we would be involved with mage hunters, you know? Only if you want to. I don't want to pressure you. I know it's private.
Let's just see how the conversation goes, and I'll say something if I feel like it's necessary.
Okay. Cast exposition.
I'm not gonna make you roll for this. You tell your friends what happened, and everyone in this room has been there for at least part of it. There are some rumors going around, and a lot of what you have to say dispels most of them, or confirms a few of them. Either way. But no, I mean, you don't have to roll or tell the truth. I think there is sort of like a moment of silence. everyone kind of looking around. And I think Faye speaks first. Okay. So you're all weirdos that weird shit happens to. Are we supposed to be surprised?
That's what we've been saying!
I don't think anyone in this room, as much as it pains me to say it, Lashy looks you directly in the eyes. And kind of like smiles. I don't think anyone thinks this is your fault. Not anyone here. It might be to different degrees, but we know you. We're not stupid. And if anyone in this room wants to talk shit, they can talk shit to me. I think there's some general murmuring and stuff, and a few other people pipe up. And then Quintilius, who has to talk in public settings, says, everyone in this room believes you. I think it's just a matter of how you want to handle it tonight. I know it's not fun or easy, but I think showing up and meeting their challenge is a really good way to show them you're serious. Fury Gale duels are, I mean, they're dangerous, but they're not deadly. Nothing horrible is going to happen, at least as far as the ones I'm aware of. The wild magic there is strange, but if you all can handle everything you've handled, there's no reason you can't handle Fury Gale. Maybe it's just a matter of making a point.
I have several points. Make some murder mittens.
Don't want to force anybody to fall behind us or something. I just don't want it to be perceived like if you're not with us, you're against us or anything like that, because that'll just, they already have these ideas of us in their heads, and I don't know, I just don't want to play into that.
Cadoris raises his hand.
Yes, Cadoris.
Willoughby and co. None of us would be here if we didn't want to be here. We're all our own people. And we all have our own thoughts and ideas and beliefs and all of that stuff. But we're all here because on our own, we decided to believe in you. And no offense, but I don't think you could make us do anything. That's meant to be a compliment. We're here because you're a friend and we support you. And that's all. Really. So we'll see this through, right? And we'll come out on the other side, and the sun will dawn tomorrow, and it'll be a new day. And things will be better than they were today. That's how you gotta think of the hard things, right? They're hard right now, but soon they'll be over.
Yeah. Thanks, Cadoris.
Thank you, Willoughby. You're trying to take care of us. And you should let us help take care of you. Well, that's all I had to say. So I'm just gonna sit back down.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Like several hands.
Okay. What's the bartender's name again? I forget.
Boyan.
Boyan! I think we might need a couple of rounds.
Who shows up this time, pink hair, sort of slicked back, shaved on the sides, full white tuxedo. It seemed like an occasion. So I dressed up. Do you like it? I was afraid it would wash me out, but no, I think it's...
Look.
I think it's
No,
good.
with
Well,
your
you
bright
look
hair,
wonderful.
and you look amazing.
You're a vision.
Drinks are on me.
Thank you, Boyan.
I will
Take
not be
care of
partaking.
Javanesh, you don't have to serve. Just have a drink, okay?
Javanish is like halfway out of his seat. Sits back down. Everyone has a drink.
Sereia does not tonight.
That's fair. Anyone who wants to has a drink. Anything else?
Just check in on all the friends.
Thanking everybody for coming out and hearing them out.
They're
I think everybody's just making their rounds.
yeah, no, everybody you invited is sort of varying levels of worried. But mostly because everybody knows how duels work. They can be very taxing, and they're your friends and they're worried about you. And that's sort of the whole energy. Okay. Last call.
It's dueling time.
It's time to duel.
How would there have been enough time to have a rest if we wanted to redo our spells?
You were warned about this very early in the day, so I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, sick.
Because I think that's only fair.
Oh, Giselle will go grab that the reference book that mentioned the sickness thing.
Okay.
Proof.
Alright, so if
I'm
anybody
so nervous.
if anybody wants to switch spells around, prepared casters.
I'm gonna get us kicked out of school.
No, you're not. It's gonna be great. You got
do it.
this.
Or I'm gonna kill a fellow student and get myself kicked out of school.
You can't kill people in the thing.
Sereia
great.
doesn't know if that's true.
Now, here's the only thing that I'm thinking. We didn't actually decide on the number of people. Are we going in there saying 1-on-1, or are we going to go in there and be like best 3 out of 4 or something? Are we
How
all
about
preparing
these?
for this?
How about this? We go in saying it's 1-on-1. If we lose, then we say, no, actually, we have a second. You have to defeat the second too. Booyah.
Okay, no, we can't really do that. No, we need to decide ahead of time. I just need to know if we're going in, we're putting all our chips on Sereia, or if we're trying to, like, diversify.
I'm under a lot of pressure, but it's okay. I understand.
I can step in too.
I could as well.
I also don't want you guys to get hurt.
But
I
I'm
don't
saying
want
the
you to
more of
get
us
hurt.
the more of us that go, the more that evens out our chances. Obviously, but yeah. Now let's just play it by ear. You see what happens.
I mean, do you guys feel comfortable going into a magic battle where you can't use any anything that isn't basically magic that you can throw at someone?
I can make it work.
I could make it. Most of my stuff is defensive, so I'd be very much trying to wear them down.
Same.
Because I can do this one-on-one. Maybe. But you just can't blame me if I get us kicked out of school, but I promise we can live with my grandmother. If we get kicked out of school.
I don't think you're going to get us kicked out of school. I have the utmost faith.
Honestly, I think you've got this.
Me too.
Okay, but you just can't hold it against me for the rest of our lives as friends if I fail. Okay?
No, only for like a couple hours.
Okay, that's fine. I can live with that.
Okay.
I just can't live with you guys disowning me as friends because you're the first ones I've had.
No, we're gonna go
I would
super
never do
renegade
that.
and start our own school if we get.
Giselle
if we get
just
to leave.
hugs her.
She's totally okay with doing a one-on-one with whomever the other four choose.
Any last minute preparations you guys want to make?
Cast mage armor on myself now.
That's fine. It lasts for what,
Samesies.
8 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So mage armor is good. And prepared casters, if you're switching around your spells right now, that's fine. Just if you decide you're going to duel someone, you do have to lock them in, but right, switching them around right now is fine.
Up to an hour, huh? I cast Enhance ability on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Give myself Bear's Endurance.
Oh, that's
I have
those extra hit points, baby.
10 temporary hit points because I rolled 2 5s.
Okay. An hour is a long time. Indeed.
Sure is.
Okay.
I will also
We can even say you do that while you're like on the way about to go in. So
Yeah, that's one of those things that I was gonna do.
be like right before I walk in the door, like just real quick.
Yeah, just looking at them, just in case.
Random technical question.
Sure.
If I cast a spiritual weapon and then I cast invisibility on myself and then the spiritual weapon attacks somebody, does that negate the invisibility?
Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Do you have the spells pulled up?
Yes.
What does invisibility say breaks the spell?
Invisibility.
This is
For a
also my
target-
friendly reminder as your DM about the cloak that you're currently wearing.
Yeah, I can't wear it.
cloak
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
the fight.
The spell
Um,
ends for a target
right.
that attacks.
I forgot my
Attacks
own
or
rules.
Casts a spell.
Okay, so attacks or casts a spell. So yeah, I would say a
So it would
spiritual
be a
weapon
melee
attack
spell
is
attack.
is gonna break that.
Okay. Worth a shot.
I have another very technical question.
Go ahead.
All right.
I
Hear
don't
me out,
remember
it's been
any
kind
of
of
the
a
rules
journey.
I've set down apparently. So
Melee weapons, unarmed melee weapons
Yep.
are weapons, right?
yes.
Okay. So, alter self, you can give yourself like horns, claws, spines, stuff that you can use to make attacks with.
Yes.
So does it count as a melee weapon attack or a melee weapon? Right?
Because you're not making the attack with the spell, you're giving yourself.
Yeah, I give myself the stuff and then I'm attacking with my hands.
Yes, that's a melee weapon attack.
Okay. So it also gives me, it's magical.
Yes.
I have a thing as an artificer now that if I'm attacking with a magic weapon, I get to use my intelligence instead of my dexterity or my strength.
yes, that would apply.
Okay, cool.
I assume that's what you're asking.
That is what I'm asking.
Yes, no, yeah, because you're giving yourself magical weapons to attack with. So,
Cool.
So we
No, it
all
won't come
have
up, but I was just curious.
something if we needed it. But probably going in and having
I
Sereia do her thing.
miscalculated my AC before. I actually have 10.
Without armor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is your
Forgot I was
friendly-
still holding my shield.
So I'll say, magic armor. Oh,
So my armor's not plus. My armor's +2. It's not magic.
well, the +2 is a magical bonus. So I will say,
it?
yes, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, the +2, it is a magical bonus. Yeah, because +1 or +2 armor does count as like magical armor when it
Yes.
comes to like
So I will say,
Oh,
or
okay,
whatever.
Got it.
there are some magics, just for you guys' purposes, there are some magics around Fury Gale that help to negate that kind of thing. Regular old armor bonus, that doesn't go away. So whatever,
Oh, I thought
your
you
plus
said that
2
we
would
just
go
couldn't
away.
wear armor.
you can't use magic items. But I'm
But we
going to
can't
use
say
we can't use weapons either, right?
no.
No weapons, so you can wear armor.
You can wear
Oh,
armor, but
I thought you
can-
said we can't do armor.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
Your
okay.
no.
+2 would be negated.
no
in
weapons
space.
and no magic items. But I'm going to say, based on how Fury Gale works, that if you're wearing magic armor, that magic bonus is going to be negated. But it's still like if you're wearing magic chainmail,
It's still chainmail.
that doesn't make
still
it not
chainmail.
chainmail. So
Okay. I feel like
So
that's
my
fair.
armor class just loses 2 then. If I take a shield and the scale mail +2. Or I'm sorry, the splint armor +2. I
so
would
whatever
just lose
the
the +2.
most basic modifier would be without all the magic stuff. Because the
Okay.
splint mail is still splint.
Got it.
And it seems silly for that to go away. So,
So you'd have like what, a 19?
Yeah, you don't have to go into it with no armor since
Yeah,
we
19.
can cast mage armor. You know what I mean? Like
major
That
armor
would be
But that's a
unfair.
spell. No, I
Yeah.
asked before if we could take armor in, and I thought you said no, but I also there was a lot going on.
I think
so-
I might have done a bad job of explaining it.
Now, Law's
you're good.
leg is a Magitech prosthesis. Is that going to stop working when we
could
walk
they
inside?
throw it at the
Damn.
end?
I'm not going to take away your leg unless you try to use it
Is
as a
it-
weapon.
Is
Okay.
this
How about that? As soon as you try to kick one of your opponents,
is
you're
this
done.
space ableist or what?
Yeah, that's what I just
That's
want to make sure
pretty
Law isn't about to walk into the
far.
room
No.
and then just like
No,
eat
you
dirt.
still have your leg. Does anyone have any
Okay.
other questions that are going to make me feel bad?
We're nervous.
We're really scared, okay?
We're
No,
very
it's okay.
nervous.
No,
We're
it's
gonna
okay.
duel our friends.
Yes.
I
So-
have to
Alright, I
take
got
off
this.
my
It's
belt of
fine.
dwarven
Everything's fine.
kind, so the punishment for this entire thing is that I'm gonna grow the beard again when I put it back
That's
on.
really
I'm
what
just-
Oh,
it
you also
is.
lose the hit points too, won't you?
I
For the belt.
oh I sure do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh I sure do.
Yes. So, does anybody have any other questions? I realize that this is mechanically complicated. I apologize if the explanations have not always been
No,
100%.
you're-
I will answer
you're
any
not your
questions.
fault.
Super
I'm
good.
sorry we have so
Good.
many questions about how this
Sorry
is
that
gonna
we're
go.
panicking.
I'm ready to fuck shit up.
You guys ready to fuck shit up?
Shit, so I lose 6 fucking hit points.
Damn.
But you got 10 extra.
I got an extra
Casting your
4
spell.
hit
You got an extra
points.
spell, 4 hit points. Hey, it's something.
Great.
Do you know what the difference between life and death is? 1 hit point. That's 4
1 hit
lives
point?
you got.
Yeah,
It is Sereia. She is the difference between life and death.
it's true.
You guys make
I also
your
have sadly
way
dying.
to the Prismari campus and Fury Gale repository, which I've got a little map for, just, you know, for you guys. Just for you guys. So you know what you're dealing with. Okay. You make your way to the Prismari campus with a lot of friends in tow. The couple of Prismari students that are among your friends know where to go because they know where this is on their campus. The outside of the building is sort of a large warehouse, is essentially what it looks like. But the walls of the warehouse, as you look at them, are sort of slowly just always changing in shape and color. So they will go from extremely rectangular to morphing into something that's a little bit more round. They keep a building structure, but they're always shifting. The colors of the walls are always shifting. They will shift to very dark black, and then over, a few seconds sort of change into this bright, like, neon pink or gradient or like anything. So they're just sort of like always changing. And as you approach, there are several floating signs around the building that all in a very official font say, "Danger! Elemental forces."
Let's do this.
Troy is so committed at this point. She is so laser focused.
As you guys just go in. There is one sort of large opening that allows you entrance into the repository. For you guys, I'll show this to chat really quick as well, but you're looking out the southernmost entrance to what essentially looks like a cave. Here's what we're dealing with. For you guys, as soon as you walk in, it's essentially like a big cave in here. There is this sort of like just vast open area with a bunch of stuff that has just been discarded. You can see kind of around the edge there are several like alcoves, different like surfaces on the walls are like shifting and changing color and essentially like or like every once in a while like emitting light or glowing. It's really disorienting. It's a really disorienting space to be in until you're in it for a little bit. And I mean, you all have access to magic, and so I think you can sort of feel the space is like very intensely magical. And yeah, so like the walls and the ceiling and stuff are stone, but they're also lit up. They all kind of shed their own light. Like there's no light, there are no like torches or like, lamps or anything in the building. Like it is all sort of like light that is coming from the walls and the ceiling that are kind of shedding this light. There's a lot of weird stuff around. There's several like half melted statues that are just existing sort of in the space among like other like discarded pieces, both like magical and mechanical. As you move in, you can kind of see in the center of the space several large X marks that have been drawn or kind of have been like carved into the stone, and a lot of like scratches and burn marks and things that are sort of in between the two lines of X's that exist. People have been using this as a dueling space for a long time, so I think you can all imagine what those are for. But as you make your way in, after a moment, you see kind of approaching from the other side your classmates from before that challenged you to the duel.
We want to give you a chance to reconsider.
Rubina and Talana and Aurora all sort of look at each other and shake their heads, and Rubina says, "No. We made up our minds. We're doing this." And you're gonna prove, one way or the other, what you are.
Looks to the rest. Sereia.
Well, 4 of you came to challenge us, but only one is going to actually fight. We've chosen a champion, so choose yours.
Mina
She's gonna walk up.
steps forward and stands on the X opposite you. She looks stressed.
Giselle gives Sereia a hug. You've got this.
Oh my god, I'm so stressed in real life. I couldn't even be a character for a second there. Ugh, my heart is racing. Okay.
Mina stands on her X opposite yours for a second, and then walks forward till she reaches the halfway point between the two.
So Raya will join her halfway.
Out of character for Mina, she cannot look you in the eye. But she reaches out a hand and says, "You know the rules, right?"
Soraya will take her hand and kind of like try to force eye contact because I think she's a little shorter than her. She'll kind of like duck a little bit. And be like, good luck. I hope this affords us the chance to change your mind.
Mina's hand is cold. She just nods.
She'll make mental note of it. Because that seems strange considering the fact that they're in an adrenaline-packed situation.
Mhm. And you
would
know how
think it would
Mina
not be
is.
cold. Yes. She is up here all the time.
And she kind of looks at you briefly. Don't kick my ass too bad.
Well, you could take it on me easy too. Take it easy on me too. Words are hard.
Words are your thing.
Yeah, they are. Let's do this.
Okay.
She'll walk back towards her ex.
And Mina does the same. And we are gonna have a duel. So, everyone knows the rules. 2 students at a time, 1v1 only. You must use magic to defeat your opponent. No weapons, no magic items, no aid from non-duelists. When someone surrenders or is incapacitated, the duel is over. And no killing. Sereia, I'm gonna have you roll initiative.
Does cheering on our champion count as aiding?
Okay.
I mean,
have to
yeah,
pick one
there's a
these
lot
3
of you.
die.
Sure.
Okay, we'll use large.
Sure, roll
We'll
with
use large for
roll with
initiative.
advantage.
Roll for psychic damage for all the fucking Sereia chants we made up.
You
on the
guys
way
put a
here.
lot of work into this. Absolutely, roll for advantage.
Something,
18.
Soraya, you're gonna die.
Okay.
Like, you're gonna die.
You're not
You
gonna die.
challenge
at a
Sereia, you're
No,
gonna
no, against
She's not going to
them.
join the
Metaphorically.
27 club.
You definitely get to go first.
Okay. now it's like big character decision time. Does she just go like hard
Nuke 'em
Yes.
from orbit.
immediately? Like it's
Yes.
so, like does she just go like terrifyingly scary?
Take
like
her out.
We have
And
so
that's
much
just
riding
so-
on this.
We have
Don't pull your
so much
punches.
right. Just go. Just go.
oh god, it's so horrible.
Do it. Kick her ass.
Okay. Sereia is first gonna cast a fan favorite, Inflict Wounds, at 3rd level.
Okay, I think you do have to touch her for that.
Do you?
I think
Yeah,
inflict
Oh,
wounds is
the
touch.
Trick. It is. You're right. It is.
Yeah.
So, okay. I.
She's not that far away. You can get to her if you want to.
We'll save that. We'll keep that one in the back pocket.
Okay.
Because we'll be really scary and we'll be dramatic and we'll call lightning.
Okay. The space is big enough. I checked.
Thank you. That's why I threw that one out there as an option.
Yep. No, I checked.
Yep.
The space is indeed big enough. So there is a thunderous clap as Sereia summons, basically covering the entire ceiling of Fury Gale Repository with a huge thunderclap. And I think this is a saving throw. So you call down a strike of lightning on top of where Mina is standing.
Yes. She needs to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Giselle pulls out a parasol because she doesn't want to accidentally get wet.
She rolls an 11, which I don't think is enough.
No, that fails.
Okay, so she's gonna take the full, what is it, 3d10?
3d10
lightning
damage.
damage. I played a Tempest Cleric for a very long time. This is one of my
She takes
favorite
17 damage.
spells. Okay, so you
Could have been worse.
basically in an instant sort of reach up and summon this cloud and pull down a lightning bolt on top of where Mina is standing, and you see her stand tall and sort of take the hit. Her hair, her long sort of silver hair, kind of standing on end for a second, and she shakes her head and looks up at you and says, "Okay, so we're doing this. Anything else?"
Wait, is my welfare spirit a bonus action? Because hold on, that feels like cheating.
It
Hold on,
depends.
I have to
Is
check.
that a spell?
No, but that's an act. No, that's a wild. Wait, hold on. No, it's an action. It's an action.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Never mind.
So anything is a
Yeah,
bonus
we're good.
action? Any movement?
No, she'll see what happens next.
Okay. So Mina, hair sort of like standing out on end, says her line, and then just throws her right arm sort of out directly to the side, and you see her summon in her hand this dark, like curved blade that wasn't there before, and it sort of from the ends of it and like over her hand kind of drips, and it looks like ink is kind of falling down her hand, and she says, "I mean, we might as well have a good time." And she just launches herself at you with her ink blade. Because Silver Quill students are pretty intense. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes. Question.
Sure.
As a reaction, can I absorb elements?
Ooh, interesting.
Is it? I don't know anything
What-
about the ink blade, so I don't know if it's
what
like,
elements? What is that? What is that
acid,
spell?
Cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. You can
No.
use your. No, okay.
It is
I didn't
not
know
any of
what
them,
kind
so.
of. All right, I didn't know. what
I'm
kind
not
it
gonna
was,
make you
so.
waste the spell. It's not any of them.
Okay,
Right.
Absorb ink.
a 21 hits
So
then.
21 hits you. So I'm assuming an 15
Yes.
also hits you.
Her
Okay.
AC is 15.
Okay, so Mina sort of summons this blade and launches herself at you, and does these two like quick slashes with this ink blade. You don't feel any physical pain, but instead the magic sort of like radiates into you, and you get this horrible headache. And all of these like just terrible thoughts start to like come into your head. Whatever, I'm not gonna put that on you. Whatever would make Sereia, whatever would make Soraya's confidence start to waver. There's just this little inklings of those that start to sort of try to pierce into your brain a little bit. So you're going to take all told 15 psychic damage.
All right.
And
Hit
then
her with the big stuff!
and then Mina sort of lands like right on the other side of you and turns to face you. The ink blade sort of like dissolving and like ink kind of like running down her arm and everything. Your turn.
Sereia is actually doesn't thanks to the casting of enhanced ability before we got in here. Actually doesn't look bad. So oh god, I just don't want to hurt her, but I know that I have to. I'm so conflicted. I literally yelled at her like 24 hours ago and then apologized, and now I'm attacking her. I feel so bad. So she's going to do Sereia things, and she's gonna cast Wither and Bloom.
Okay.
She has to make a con save.
Oh, well, that's a 12.
Oh, nope.
So I feel like that's a failure.
Oh, she only takes 7. I need to stop rolling on D&D Beyond for damage. It hates me. She
Okay.
takes 7 damage. Necrotic damage.
Don't you also get to roll a hit dice and take some
I-
HP back?
I do. I get to roll 1 unspent hit dice to remain... to regain a number of hit points equal to the roll, plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So I'm only down 4. My spellcasting ability modifier is +2, so let's see, what do I get back? I think I'll probably be at full health though, but anyway. But yeah, so she can take her turn while I do that.
Okay. So there is this necrotic energy that sort of radiates out from Sereia and sort of takes hold right around Mina's feet as you see her like like gasp a little bit, like what the and she is going to try to use one of her Silver Quill abilities on you. So she turns, and Sereia, she is very close to you at this point, is sort of making her way up into melee range, and she is a lot taller than you, and kind of looks down, and you see her eyes just go completely black, and she opens her mouth, and you hear something, but the words aren't coming from her mouth. They're sort of like whispering all around you and sort of like in the back of your head almost, and just saying any sort of like concern that Sereia has ever had, anything that has ever made her insecure. You can just kind of hear these like words that are being thrown at you. I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw. As she
Ooh.
uses demotivate.
That's good.
But you're good
Oh,
at this.
baby.
You're a druid.
Oh, baby. 24.
Yeah. It just straight up doesn't work. So you hear all of this stuff and you just absolutely like steel yourself against like anything that is trying to demotivate you. And I
all
think
your friends are cheering for you.
I mean, there's like a bunch of people in the room that are on
She
your
lets
side.
out a really creepy giggle when she's done.
And I think the blackness from Mina's eyes like dissipates almost immediately, and she looks at you, and she just goes, "Huh." But it's your turn.
Is she? How close is she to me?
Oh, she's within melee because her ink blade is a melee attack. So
Hit her with
That-
the big
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Was a mistake for her.
sure was.
Sereia was trying to stay out of melee range because it just doesn't feel fair. But she is going to cast Inflict Wounds now because she can
Okay.
at 3rd level.
That is a melee spell attack.
It is a melee spell attack.
So an attack
so
with your
on a hit,
spell attack bonus.
with this +5. This dice seems to like me. Let's see if it really hit crit. So 20.
Are you kidding?
She's dead.
You rolled a natural 20.
She can't die. We'll pretend it was a 19. So 24.
No, you rolled a natural 20.
No, I did. Yeah, no, it did. Yeah, this.
Uh,
I just dropped it on the floor. I never used this dice
Okay,
before. It'll never leave me now.
so while everything is going on, so you do have to touch her. Do you want to
Yes.
do something dramatic?
No, she just moves up just like very Sereia, dainty, barefoot. Like she's just, but this like, you see this like black smoke kind of like curling around her arm, and her fingertips go black, and she just like touches Mina's face. Just like right here. Like just to like, and then she casts the spell as she does that.
And I think, how much damage does the spell do? 3d10?
It does at 3rd level 5d10.
So 10d10 necrotic damage.
I'm gonna, roll 20 hates me, so I'm gonna roll on that so that she doesn't
No.
fucking die.
Go ahead.
29 is the first one that I rolled.
That's the first half.
And the second half is another 27.
I don't. What is that in total? What's 29 plus 27?
That's
know math.
56.
It's got to be more hit points than Mina.
There's no way she has more hit points than that. That's like my
Sereia
whole,
doesn't have
that's
that. That's
all
my
hit
all of my
points.
hit
She
points. That's
did.
it. I would be dead.
She did have more hit points than that. But you did hit her with Call Lightning earlier.
I didn't mean to do it. She tried really hard not to, but she got within melee range.
Sereia? What does this look like?
I think she just, so Sereia touches her face with this, like, her fingertips are black, and you just kind of see it like spread into Mina's cheek a little bit. It's just like black veins for a second, and then they disappear, and then she just kind of drops, and Sereia just catches her. And obviously, if Sereia feels like she's unstable, she's also going to cast Spare the Dying.
You catch her.
Like immediately. Yeah.
And but you hear Mina like let out a long breath. And she looks at you. What the fuck?
I'm so sorry. I just really wanted you to listen to us.
Immediately casts Cure Wounds. Like, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Just immediately gives her back 8 hit points.
Mina like she
giveth and she taketh away.
she pulls on you a little bit and then goes to stand. And then kind of like falls to one knee. Please don't do that again. I'm fine. Okay. And Mina looks up at you, and with all of your wisdom and insight, Sereia, she's not trying to hide anything from you. Like, she looks at you and says, "You win." With this look of, yeah, obviously you were going to win, and this is a bunch of bullshit.
Okay.
And she, like, stands up and kind of stumbles back. Here. It's only fair. And she hands you something.
Loot drop!
God, she's gonna hand us like a fucking legendary item.
Go ahead and roll a d10.
Sereia, you should do it. You just won.
Okay, okay. Wait, hold on. Where's the D10 out of this freaking set that just gave me this
If
win?
this is when we get the Vorpal sword.
No, that's the wrong die. I'm dumb. Okay, hold on, I got it. 9? I need to put away this dice
That's
set or
the
never
biggest-
put it away. No, the 2.
It's a
Okay. Somebody else
Oh
rolled
my
a 100 though.
Okay, I'll roll the
Let me
100.
Freaking get to. Okay, somebody roll me a d100 on Magic Table I.
This is the special
62.
pouch. That look.
She hands you the keys to her
We'll get to it
Ferrari.
later.
Just parked outside.
We'll get to it later. Because something else is gonna happen in the wake of this.
Oh no.
Mina reaches into her pocket and pulls out like a very tightly wrapped it looks like a piece of fabric. Something that's like very tightly wrapped, and she says, "I think you'll get some use out of this."
Thank you.
And hands it to you. And then something else happens. As you guys are all sort of standing there, celebrating Sereia's victory, Mina hands you this sort of bundle of fabric, and Sereia, I think, kind of leans in kind of close to you and says, "Whatever happens, they didn't mean it." And behind her, Tilana collapses. Fully onto the floor of the cavern. And Sereia, Mina looks at you again, and something about her changes. Her mannerisms change, and she takes a deep breath, and her eyes sort of clear, and she looks at you like the Mina that you recognize. And as her friends behind her panic, Aurora collapses onto the floor. And then Rubina collapses onto the floor, and Mina kind of scrambles back and has a look on her face of confusion and terror, and looks at all of you and says, You... You can't hurt them. It was just a duel.
Immediately run over and cast Spare the Dying on as many people as she can.
Yeah, I am going to run over, lay on hands where I need to, and then immediately cast Zone of Truth around Mina.
Okay. You have time to run over, cast Spare the Dying, and you cast Zone of Truth around Mina, and she just kind of like scrambles back and kind of stands in the middle of the zone for a moment. It was just a duel. You didn't have to hurt them.
We
No
did
one
not
hurt
do
them,
that.
Mina. Sereia's gonna cast Detect Magic on the fallen friends. Or at least one of them.
Okay.
This is sus. I don't like it.
It's extremely sus. What?
Yeah, this is some bullshit.
Okay, so you got Zone of Truth, can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius, and Detect Magic tells you what?
The presence of magic. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay. Yeah, so you cast Detect Magic, and there is a distinct aura of enchantment magic around all of your opposing classmates, except for Mina, who had, I think, a general aura around her, but that you can see is like dissipating very quickly, but is quickly replaced by something else. It doesn't have one school of magic attached to it, but I think, Sereia, as you cast this, there is like this... Most things that when you cast Detect Magic, they have this like little bit of like glowing aura around them. And as you look at Mina, there is like this blast of light. And she stands up from where she is and she looks at you again and she says, "You are not gonna hurt my friends." And out of her, there is this huge blast of magic as a wall of wind emanates from her and puts itself between her and her friends and sort of pushes the rest of you out. So there is this like separating wall between you, and behind it, I think you can see Mina starting to panic. And then lose control a little bit. There is another blast of magic, not from her, but from Fury Gale Repository around her, as behind her there is this huge blast of light as the wild magic of the repository takes effect, and she looks up at you, Sereia, and says, "I'm sorry." As you hear these huge footsteps behind her, larger than anything that you've ever heard, as a massive figure appears behind her. 12 feet tall, blue skin, sharp teeth, sharp claws, seemingly appearing out of nowhere. It starts to charge towards the many of you. But I think we have.
But, like,
but I think we
Okay,
have
I was
to
just
stop
saying, like, okay. That's fair.
tonight as Mina, not meaning to, but tapping into the wild magic of Fury Gale summons an Oni.
Mechanical question: would I have had time to use lay on hands on anybody over there before I cast the Zone of Truth?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a little bit of time.
How many people could I have gotten to?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I want to make sure I have the appropriate amount of healing juice stored in my little Allen body. But I did say that I would be laying on hands, so I'm committing to that.
I mean, they were all sort of like right next to each other, the three of them. So I think you could have gotten to all of them.
Okay. I am down 15 lay on hands points because I put 5 into all 3.
Because you're
Such
the
a good
best
play.
boy.
And I used my 2nd level spell slots before this bullshit. Okay, cool. Great. Cool.
As the wild magic
Oh, what just happened?
of Fury Gale takes its toll.
Oh my god, I have such a bad question. Can we pick up our magic items now?
Do you have them on you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we brought them in our
I mean,
haversack.
But whether they work here.
I would.
Yeah, do they work in Fury Gale?
Fuck. I was gonna say I would not have unequipped them unless I was dueling. But it might
I
not
think
work.
that's
It
fair.
might
No.
not matter.
I think that's fair. If you weren't dueling, you would have had your stuff still equipped. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, because I
Okay, so
intended
I
to
don't have my
like
Staff
run
of
in if
Fire.
some shit happened.
Yeah. Okay. That's a solid question for us all to know for next time. So Sereia has no magic items. Everybody else has theirs.
Wee woo.
Because I was the only one dueling.
Wee woo.
So, okay.
Woo.
So it's an
That's
intensely magical place.
We were supposed to have a fucking masquerade.
Oh, you're gonna like tomorrow. Don't worry.
Oh, are we?
At the party, so we're all gonna go into the party looking like shit.
No, it's fine.
If
You'll have
we
time to
live.
sleep.
And heal.
But you
And die.
do have to deal with the fact that Mina was so upset that she accidentally summoned an Oni.
And
Sereia's
just so
gonna
I
give her the biggest
understand,
hug after this is all over.
Accidentally.
the other 3 just went unconscious,
Yep.
and we
Yeah,
don't know
Mina
why.
had some
And then
shit happening with them.
And was Mina talking to us when she was saying "Don't hurt them"?
Yep.
Talking to Sereia. Right, whatever happens, they didn't mean it. Is that what you
That's
meant?
what I
Yep.
thought, and then I was like,
Yeah.
I wanted to
Yeah,
make sure
that was
I
just a
reading
Sereia at the
situation right.
end. Yep. And
But all our
Sereia
friends were here to
cast
witness
0
this.
enchantment spells. I would just like to throw that out there for the audience and
Yep.
the friends. Sereia cast 0 enchantment spells, and it was
Soraya
enchantment
had nothing
magic.
to do with it.
But luckily, we brought 9 witnesses with us.
Yeah.
To
Yes,
attest
yeah,
the
right?
fact we
She
didn't do
only
shit.
cast-
And who may have to help us, I don't know, fight a fucking Oni. So
Get out.
All of them forgot their weapons at home, though.
Listen, you guys didn't do
Surprise.
anything wrong.
Excited. I love the Oni in Dead by Daylight. I don't think I love this one.
No, you don't. I'll send you guys a picture of him.
I don't want to know.
I haven't seen an Oni in D&D in so long.
Well,
Hey, you
So,
guys.
here
yeah,
he is.
ever.
My husband painted my horns for the Friday game. Do you like
They
them?
look incredible.
It looks so
I
good.
do like the look with the cat ears and the horns.
Right. I look almost like a goat or something.
So we have to do stars.
Oh, a satyr.
So we have to do stars and wishes now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm emotionally traumatized.
Yeah.
I have my star. My
Well.
star goes to Willoughby Wanderfoot for swearing at the people who were being
I-
mean to us.
Okay.
I loved it. It was
I
such
did not
a good but it was
swear.
no. Willoughby swore, which was not
Willoughby.
necessary.
The dang
a Willoughby
it. Strong
swear.
word.
That's a
And-
swear.
and
for
BS.
BS. That's intense for Willoughby.
I loved it. It was just so like for Willoughby to be just like so appalled
He's
at what was
miffed.
going on. I know
He's
he's so
miffed.
upset. I loved it. It was so
Not
good.
happy.
Willoughby has an
Ugh.
intense sense of justice, and he realizes that this is a serious injustice, and he's upset, and that is
This is-
Willoughby
understandable.
would be the best judge. Just
Mhm.
put him on
This
the
is
Supreme
some-
Court.
BS.
It is. And I love that. And my wish is that eventually we get to go to this masquerade because I really want to tell everybody about my outfit. That's my wish. Is that we actually don't die and make it to this masquerade. My wish every week is that we don't die, but let's be honest. We'll see what happens. Soraya's only got 1/3 level spell slot left. Let's see if we can crit on inflict wounds again and cause 57 damage.
Hey!
Let's see if we
It's
just eviscerate
fine.
somebody.
That's it. That's me. Hi. And bye.
Thanks, I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I'm just want
I
you guys to
love
know
our
that.
Mina and Sereia like love-hate relationship.
Just kiss. Honestly,
Sereia would. Mina's hot.
Right?
I
I
would.
mean, come on.
Is this the enemies to lovers?
Ooh,
Yeah.
plot twist. Leaves both Urzmiktok and Xanther.
Damn,
at
she
the
doesn't
ball
even
alone.
remember
Goes
his
out with
name.
Mina. Yeah, goes out with Mina.
We'll
Xanther's
see.
old news.
We'll see. Who else wants to go?
I'll do mine. I'll give my star to Sid for one very specific moment of Giselle asking Law about bringing up the stuff in like Kaladesh and everything. I thought that was very sweet and like very conscientious, both as a player and as a character. And giving Law that choice, that was very sweet.
Of course. He's our best
Um,
friend.
And wish is going to be to get to test drive the sick ass Ferrari that Mina's gonna give us. That gave Sereia the keys to.
Yes, that's definitely what's in that package.
Yeah.
120%. I thought you were going to say for them to test drive that sick ass tank that they're fixing right
Oh.
now.
No, Law's got plans for that. But yeah. On a more serious note, I wish I can't wait to see the masquerade ball. I'm very excited for that.
It's the literal next thing on the docket, so I'm excited.
How can we be sure?
I can't. Who's next?
I can do it.
Okay.
My star also goes to Giselle because it just I felt the hurt in your voice when you said they hurt the Kukavaya. They made Kukavaya sad, and I was like, "Ow!" Giselle made me sad.
Aw.
The hurt in your voice was real. So I appreciated that.
He's our
It was
boy.
sweet. And then
Our boy.
my wish is what the heck is going on? Because I want to fucking know. This game keeps me wanting to know what the hell's going on, and that's the mark of a
mystery is
good
real.
storytelling. So GG, secret star for Savvy. Haha. wishes a second star. I cheated.
Thanks.
I feel like it goes without saying that like Savvy gets a star from everybody every week because
It's true.
They're just
It's
doing
true.
an incredible
Don't say
job.
that. You don't have to say that.
It's
No, but like it's true. You've got us all on the edge of our
Except
seats.
our-
Savvy, from day
love!
one, you gave me a robot friend. Just fucking take
Let us
the-
gas
You let me keep
Let us
you
gas
let,
up our
you let- yeah.
friends!
Gas up
You
our
let us
friends!
keep dead bodies in freezers and you make awesome characters that we love.
I
and-
somehow forgot about that.
Listen,
And you made
And
all
yet,
of our NPCs
slotty body
hot.
enters my brain every now and again.
Slotty body, slotty body, slotty
But I
Listen.
somehow forgot that we kept that in a freezer.
listen. If you guys had fun today, when I was like the most chaotic and out of it, I'll fucking take it.
Still
Had a
fun.
blast.
Still fun.
It's my turn.
Thanks.
I think my stars. I'm doing 2 stars. We're doing a dual star system. My first one goes to Sereia. For just Sereia on the warpath. Sereia just like, fine, we're doing this. We're doing this. Walks out of the room. Fuck it. That was so powerful, and I loved it.
So metal of her.
It was amazing. It made me very happy. But my second star goes to Law for just Law of all people was like the level head of reason this game. Like, okay, we
Which y'all
have
know
to
you
do
have
this.
problems if that's what's happening.
I know we're in deep shit when Law is like the voice of reason right now. But they were like, you know, we just have to do this. We'll do it and we'll take care of it and it'll be okay and that's fine. And so that was, yeah, it was a lovely little bit of Law that we got to see and I enjoyed it. And my wish is also, y'all, we're just, I have so many, like, inspo, like, pictures to show you of this fucking dress, like, for real. Like, you have no idea. It's gonna be epic. I can't wait for this masquerade. This shit's gonna get real.
Next session, we're gonna do exactly 2 things, and that is fight an Oni and get ready for a fucking masquerade ball.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Do I have time to attune to whatever magical item that is in my pocket?
No.
Damn it.
We have to talk.
All right, I tried.
Here's the thing. We have to talk about the magical item.
Oh yeah, we should probably talk about the magical item.
We'll talk about
I could
it.
just grab this.
I'm gonna tell chat what it is, and I'll tell you guys what it is, with the understanding that we do have to talk about it because it is the robe of the Archmagi.
Holy shit!
And it completely depends on your alignment, which I think I'm just gonna roll for. And if anybody's alignment matches up to it, you can wear it. And if not, you can do something with it, or you can change your whole personality, I guess. So we'll talk about that later. We just straight up didn't have the space to talk about it today.
Mecca, what did you do?
Okay. Sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. You've got one of those. So once again, we'll talk about it next week on the Queer Chronicles of Strixhaven Quartet. Thank you, one, to my players for doing this, which was emotionally taxing above all others, because drama is hard, and they dealt with it like fucking champions. Thanks also to everyone who was out there in chat for hanging out with us. We'll be back in a week. Does anybody have anything they want to plug before we go away?
Come watch us the rest of the week. And on
Yeah.
Friday for premiere. Secret premiere.
Dragon
Surprise
Age.
premiere.
Secret premiere
I
on
can't wait
Fridays.
to watch.
Full Dragon Age.
I'll be there watching and cheering you on, even though I know nothing about
She'll
Dragon Age.
be
I'll
there
be
for
there
you.
wearing these horns. Yeah.
We're so
I'll be
excited.
there for you.
And we'll talk about the Robe of the Archmagi. But until next week. Until next week. Good game. And good night, Internet.